Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. There we go. Welcome to Morning Mumbles. A very serious topic today, but welcome. Nonetheless, Dennis, welcome. I don't know if there's anyone else in here. I don't think so, but hey, welcome. Let's get into it. It's very important news to talk about, really. If you saw that YouTubers are in danger, it's because they are. Like, for real. This isn't really based on anything beforehand. Spider-Man Elsa, no. Pedophiles on the site, no. Demonetization? Forget about it. This makes demonetization look like a non-issue. This is much more than that. If you haven't heard by now, YouTube has, hold on, let me finish this tweet here. Finish this here. There you go. If you haven't heard by now, the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, short for COPPA, is usually updated every, I want to say 10 years? 10, 15 years. And because of a lot of complaints pertaining to YouTube and what that means for kids visiting the site, it got changed early. And what's on there is very scary. Very scary stuff. So basically, let's start from the beginning. YouTube when you sign up for YouTube, you think that they say that, you know, you're not allowed to be on the site unless you're 13 and up. But what happened? People who made YouTube accounts or Gmail accounts at this point spoofed their age, and now they could be allotted onto the website. How many kids have you seen on YouTube with like 1-2 subscribers who are making videos? So it's just on their phone. Like I mean, there's nothing wrong with the grind, but by law, they shouldn't be there. They really shouldn't be there. Red YouTube army, glory to YouTube, death to Elsa Spider-Man, death to COPPA, or whatever it is. Yeah, so COPPA. It's basically what's gonna kill a lot of child-friendly YouTube channels or channels that are made for kids. Yeah, so YouTube. So a lot of kids under 13 are using the website, and it wouldn't be a problem if YouTube didn't know that. If YouTube didn't know that kids under 13 were using the website, but they fully knew that. They fully did, and YouTube got caught with that. It breaks the law of COPPA. It breaks what the COPPA rules that are in place. So because of all this, because this all happened, and YouTube is the main backbone, the main part of this, you could say it's YouTube's fault. They've now updated the COPPA rules, and I've been skirting around it. It's very scary. There's an FTC talk, essentially, an interview session about what this means for YouTubers, and basically, you now have the option. You're legally obligated when you upload a video, even doing this live stream. I had to use the new live control room to do this. You're legally obligated to say whether or not a video or a live stream is made for kids. Is it kid oriented? Is it kid directed? What does that mean, you ask? What does it mean when blah 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 blah? Hold on. YouTube and COPPA. What do you lose here? So ultimately, we will stop. So if you mark your content as for kids, and let me bring up. Let me actually do this. And search. Oops. Stop. Okay. Hold on. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Sorry about that. Did my face freeze, or did that happen offline? So this can't be canceled. It can't be like Article 13. Yes, essentially that's what it is. Article 13 could be, rebutted, but COPPA, on the other hand, the changes they made are final, and I'm not sure when they're going to be implemented, but I'm guessing at the beginning of 2020. This is because Google got caught with their pants down. So brave, hey. Thanks for the compliment. What are the pros and cons? Let's see. The cons are that channels the ones that aren't made for that the videos that aren't directed towards kids, they're using machine algorithms. Again, they're using an algorithm to determine that. Like after you set whether your video or live stream is made for kids or not, they could have another say. I'm not sure if we could rebuttal that, but it would make it safer for kids. But the thing is, this is why YouTube Kids exists. It's specifically an app for kids to browse YouTube. It's not the best solution, you know. All those Spider-Man Elsa things got in, but for the most part, it was a solution to this. So not just YouTube, all the internet. Yes, all of the internet has to comply with COPPA. You know, it's by law, kids or young adults under the age of 13 cannot go on YouTube. And I'm sure it's the same for many other sites, just to protect, you know, privacy and exposure and whatnot. But it really isn't the case. You know, kids are smart. If they want to get on something, they'll do it. So I mean, I don't really see any pros of this. It's just gonna detract people from making this sort of content. There needs to be an incentive to making this content as well as this other content, because it's a right now you're just playing favorites. You're saying this is okay, but this is not okay, when they're both perfectly fine. I have a video open from Chadtronic, who's probably done the best job of explaining this. So when you mark your video as for kids, the video will have no notifications. So when you upload it, your subscribers won't get notified. You can't even ring the bell. The bell will be gone. If you set it on a channel level, because you could do that for your existing videos. If you set it on a channel level, if you say it's made for kids, you won't have notifications. You won't have comments. Your video won't be searchable. The video will not be suggested/recommended, and the video will make 90% less revenue, meaning that ads on YouTube are personalized. You know, if you go look at one thing and then you come back to YouTube and then it's an ad for that thing, that's personalized ads. That's 90% of YouTubers' revenue, and that will be gone when you set your video as for kids. What is for kids, really? What is kid-oriented? What is kid-directed mean? According to the FTC and the COPPA guidelines here, subject matter, it includes subject matter that is appealing to children. For example, kids' jokes, music, kids' games, video/computer games, children's TV shows or stars, cartoon characters, sports, stories, toys, children's books, fantasy, children's arts and crafts, pets, products primarily purchased or consumed by kids like snack food or cereal. Let's back up here for a second. What are we allowed to upload? What is it that we're allowed to upload then? It baffles me. It baffles me. I'm 13 now. Can I avoid this dang thing? I mean, you said you're 13 now. So technically, when you signed up for YouTube, you weren't 13. So YouTube knew all this, and you knew this. Heck, I even knew this. Going in, when I made this channel, I got that warning too about like no people under 13. And what I think I was 13 at the time, actually, or maybe a year younger. But when I started this, I wasn't 13. Let's keep going here. This is scary, man. There are old farts at the FTC and the COPPA and whatnot that don't understand that stuff that is enjoyed by children can be enjoyed by adults, even though if it's not kid oriented. If something attracts kids, like a video game, Fortnite, like Minecraft, that stuff that attracts kids can also attract adults, because you know it could fall in both categories. Children's TV shows or stars like SpongeBob, like it's cartoons can be enjoyed by adults too. They say cereal, snack food or cereal. It's just bizarre. You think a bug crawled into your butt crack? Dude, happy for you. Congratulations. Cartoon characters, sports, stories, toys, children's books, fantasy. Just fantasy. Just fantasy in general. You know? Get that out of there. We don't want to take kids with that. No. Fantasy? The fantasy of being a kid and having everything in the world. No. Get that away. Presentation. Let's move on to presentation, actually. Language of the website, such as language that is simple enough to be understandable to children 12 and under. Short, colorful descriptions, slang, and pop culture phrases. Example, a kid's site may be identified by such language as kids only, fun, free stuff, whatever, cool, duh, games, ask your parents, etc. YouTube doesn't really have any of that. If you're looking at YouTube videos specifically, they're saying short, colorful descriptions. We do that so that people at a glance can look at what the video is about, like in conjunction with the thumbnail, which we'll get to in a second. In conjunction with the thumbnail, when you search a video, the first few lines of the description come up. And if people want to know more about that video, they can read the description as well. That's why usually the description or all the important information is at the top of the description. So that's a gray line there. I don't know. Moving on. Whether the website uses visual content appealing to children, animated characters, bold or fast-moving graphics, or bright and vibrant colors. So this would be like pertaining to thumbnails, right? We make thumbnails to attract the audience. It's not that we make them bold and vibrant to attract kids, or we do that in accident. It's to attract people to watch our content, because that's the first thing they look at. That's the first image that pops up on their feed or on their recommended page. If that, like, it's a tactic. It's a strategy we've been using for a long time. And whether we like it or not, it's something we have to do to stand out in a way, because that's literally the first thing they see. So, I mean, it's like we like vibrant colors too. We like branding ourselves as such. We like, playing around with color design. So you're saying we have to desaturate all the colors now? You're saying we have to take all that? So as I understand, when you choose suitable for kids, it will only be seen as at the YouTube Kids app. People over 13 won't be able to see them. But what about the content that are character limit? That are the classic content mainly made for people over 13? What will happen? So I don't know a lot. I know like bits and pieces of this from what I've gathered on YouTube and what people have said and what people have pieced together. If you put your thing as made for, there's two categories. There's this is kid. What was it? It's made for kids, or no, it's not made for kids. So you're saying that when you say it's made for kids, it's gonna be put on the YouTube Kids app, which makes sense. I don't know if that's what's happening, but it makes sense. But for content that's not 13 and over, if it's not for 13 and under, you yourself, creators, can set videos at a video level of whether or not that video is made for kids or not. You could also set it at a channel level, meaning that all your existing videos and future videos will be marked as whatever you put for your channel default. And you're not safe because of this. Just because you say your channel or a video or a live stream is not made for kids, you're still not safe. Originally, we thought that videos like Minecraft or Fortnite were gonna get a pass because it's enjoyed by both kids and adults. No, that still doesn't get a pass. And if you mark it wrong, I forgot to mention this, if you mark it wrong, if they deem that what you said what you marked it as is wrong, then you get fined $42,000. You get fined $42,000 for not clicking a single stupid button. Basically, the internet is dead. It's what's looking like, right? I will say this: I don't think I'm gonna be affected anyway. I might be. Who knows? I was checking through my videos and none of them got marked for kids. I actually haven't checked the whole library, so I might check that after this. But I mean, it's a really bad time for YouTube right now. It's a really sour time. Sour dour? It's not even words. It's really... I switching to uploading to PH. COPPA can't get me there. What's up, Daniel? COPPA can't get me there. I mean, it has... True. But you know, kids. They can go anywhere. With the right knowledge and resources. But yeah, COPPA is gonna apply to everything eventually. I mean, it won't be on PH. You won't have people uploading there saying like made for kids, like not made for kids. But YouTube, I think, is in the most trouble for this. It's really scary. Hold on. Gross. PH Kids app. Stop. Yep, stop. Right now. That's a yikes. Yeah, kind of is a yikes. PH and R34. Not necessarily. Those would be kind of... So, for a vid, well, a vid can go under not for kids, but not for kids can't go under for kids. Essentially, yeah. It's up to the creator to decide whether their video, like, in YouTube's official video, they're just like, you know your audience better than us. We can't give you legal advice to say whether or not your video is made for kids or not. So you have to do that yourself. At least you can also successfully complete no number. In my country, you can only access them with a VPN. I guess it will be like them. I don't think a VPN is gonna help, really. It's gonna apply to all the internet. But yeah, let me go back to that video that Chatronic made. So they also include stuff like, in the subject matter, you have to consider the use of host characters, or are celebrities or are stars that appeal to children, the age of the models, whether advertising on the website is directed to children under 13, even audio content appealing to children, like simple or popular tunes or songs, cartoon voices, childlike noises, and sound effects. There goes royalty-free music by Kevin MacLeod. There that goes. And they will sue you. COPPA, they're not just gonna sue YouTube if this happens again. They're gonna sue creators on an individual level. I don't know if they've already done that, but they're really serious about that. It's scary. Where's the COPPA guidelines? Final rules of amendment. No, not this one. Text of rule. Oh no, my camera. Come on. Come back to me, camera. Come back. Come back, please. Is it just not? Hello? Is this happening for real? Oh, there you go. Had to give a little jostle. A little tussle in the rustle. Survey on compliance. I think it's this one. Let's scroll down here. Anyone have any questions? Anyone else have any questions? Camera's dead, camera lives. This is the second time I'm suffering from depression today. Whether it's because of COPPA or not, I hope you get better. You're right, we could win, and then so we can't listen to like freaking Pink Floyd. Whether I don't think that's considered kids music. Like Row 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 Your Boat or Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, those ones should be identified as for kids. I don't think any of my videos are for kids. I never made videos with the intention of that. But if the subject matter pertaining to that could be kid-oriented, kid-directed, then I'll have to change that. I have no choice. It is my channel isn't kid-directed anyway, so it won't be at a channel level. Let's see. Where's that thing that Chad saw?
Here's the FTC's official survey on compliance when it comes to COPPA.
I was just looking at that. Survey on compliance. Sure.
When we scroll down to section B1, we can see how in
Okay, B1, yeah. Interactivity. Whether the website hosts interactive child-oriented activities and incentives, surveys, polls, clubs, prizes, premiums, homework help, content stuff. So, to make an account for a game in Korea, you need someone that is 19 or up, even if the game is rated E. And the process of making an account is so difficult. Really. You can't just like spoof that yourself. Would they know? Because I'm in the camp that anyone can do anything with the right knowledge. You need to have someone physically there with you. There is like an ask for parents' permission before going online. Like get your parents to verify your email or whatever. But that's ridiculous. I'll put the here. I'll put this in the chat if you all want to read this. Put it in the other chats as well. I was listening to another brick in the wall every day when I was like 8. I got a question. This doesn't make sense, but like, can people over 13 make kids watch things? I mean, technically, yeah. Again, that doesn't really stop. You have to think of the end user. You got to think of the person you're making the content for. If you know that it's kid oriented, then it should be fine. If you say it's not, then yeah, that doesn't really stop people over that age to show people under 13 that content. Yeah, it doesn't. It really hurts everyone. It hurts. There's no winners in the end, other than the FTC. There's no winners in the end. There are no winners. And it really is concerning. You should download every video we like before was it 2022? I think it's 2020. I think they might implement all this in 2020. Let me turn down this for a second. You need a phone number of the person that is 19 or up, and the person has to get an app to verify their age. I mean, even through all that, you could still find a way to spoof your age. I'm not saying you should do that, but people are smart enough to know that. It's the world we live in now. Wow. Wow. Here. Let's see here. Jeebus. Yeah, Jeebus indeed. Jeebus indeed. I'll also link the talk. Actually, here, I'll link two more important things instead. Here is, the first one is you could leave a comment directly to the FTC to say that, you know, to say like, what horse baloney this is. Let me actually put that in there, and then I'll paste that in there. This. That's the first link. The first link is to directly comment to the FTC. And the second link I'll put in the chat, is the petition to hopefully reach the COPPA to the FTC and say that, you know, this is gonna suck for everyone. And then the last one, I've had to switch back and forth because these chats are pretty wank. Last one is the full FTC COPPA conference pertaining to what I don't know, am I frozen? Are these windows frozen? It's great. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. I can't post. I'll just post it here. What's that? Cool. I can't read YouTube chat for a second, sorry. I'll put that there. Put this there. And then this should just stop. This should just cease. So yeah, it's a very scary time. YouTube isn't what it used to be. We'll just say that right now. I think people figured that out by now. YouTube isn't the site it used to be. But it wasn't the site it should have been either. YouTube knew all this. Not only knew that children under the age of 13 were using the site. YouTube Kids happened. That kind of solved the issue. But now, YouTube's got caught with their pants down. And now we're all in trouble. Everyone's in trouble. No one's safe. No one is safe. Now my one browser window is broken, and it's really pissing me off. And I should say too, this won't work whether you're you say you're, so you sign up to change.org if you want to stop or continue. You sign this if you want this to stop. It's at least gonna change the message. It's gonna send a message to the FTC to say, like, you know, people are concerned about this, and rightfully so. There are a lot of people at the FTC who are not internet savvy, and they don't know that things that are enjoyed by adults could be enjoyed by children as well. Phone number of the person that is 19 or up is kept under government data, so they know if you're not 19 or up. And in the app, you have to give at least the first four numbers of your social security number. Wow, really? Wow. See you later, Dennis. Take care. Hopefully, I hope you can take care. What was I doing? Number 0, thank you for the follow. On Twitch. Hey, I need to make some new, like, custom alerts. Like, just on my voice. saying like, oh, you've made a mistake. Let's see. What was I saying? Hold on, let's go back. What was I sign up to change that already? And I should say too, this won't work whether. Oh yeah. So if you make your, if you say your content is not for kids, like if you upload a video that's like unboxing toys or Lego figures or figurines or Happy Meal toys or something, that's still like content that can be considered kid oriented. So even if you drop an F-bomb in there, or if you say some racist stuff, people going into it won't know. They'll just think that it's a harmless unboxing of kids' toys, and they'll click on that. And if you say your content is not made for kids, then the FTC will wholeheartedly disagree, and just fine you $42,000. That's the reality of it. And that's scary stuff. Like, I think it's like if you get fined $42,000 for at least 22 videos, you're gonna have a fine over $1 million. That's $1 million most people don't have. Even the big YouTubers that have 100,000 subscribers, 200,000 subscribers, who knows what their active subscriber base is? Who knows how many of those people are actually watching the videos? I just been watching this whole thing unfold. I've been away on YouTube because of school stuff. But who decides if it's kid friendly? Ultimately you. Ultimately the person that's uploading it. And you have to judge it based off what the guidelines are, YouTube could get it wrong, of course. Like the machine algorithm, it's definitely been wrong before. But even so, if YouTube decides that it's not made for kids or made for kids, it's not gonna. That could also be wrong. I don't know how influential you have to be, how big you have to be in order for the FTC to take notice of your videos. They say they do have tools to scour through the 23 million-ish channels that are on YouTube. Same TBA, welcome. Welcome to the stream, hello. We're talking about COPPA. What that means for YouTubers. It means it's gonna suck. So yeah, like the talk, if you go to that link I posted there, the audio video conference, for FTC, they do say that like we have the tools and like we could come after those channels whether they know it or not, and they'll sue creators on an individual basis, not just YouTube. We're all part of this, and it really does hit like a truck. I don't know, man. Anyone else have any questions about COPPA? I'll try to answer them as best I can. This is not closing. If anyone else has any questions, I'll be happy to take them, to answer them with earnesty as best as I can. My puppy asked, does COPPA taste good? I would say it's tasting a bit sour right now. It's tasting Tastes like hatred and raisins. Raisins specifically. She doesn't like sour. Well, in a COPPA world, that's what she's gonna have to. That's what she's gonna have to get used to. No one's safe. No one. Absolutely no one. Man, she's eating my hand now. Aw, what a cutie. What a good girl. What a good girl. Yeah, so that's really all I have to say at this point about COPPA. If YouTube can't help us now, then we have to get legal advice, and that's something we all cannot afford. Most of us cannot afford. And I'm ashamed that creators larger than the ones I've been watching haven't talked about this, because it's gonna affect them too. No matter what their influence is, they're gonna be the ones that are more targeted because of their size and influence, I'd imagine. Like, I'm hoping. Did you get all A's in English? No, actually. Thanks for asking. Audio's current stream bitrate is is 0? What? That's not. What are you doing? What are you doing, OBS? What are you doing? Audio? Yeah, it's at 1.8. The polls will be fine though. I mean, we'll have to wait and see, right? Let's be honest. Who knows, man? Who knows? Who knows if exceptions we've seen in the past will still be exceptions? But you know, they're pretty serious about this. It really is the worst time to be on YouTube. Anyways, I think I'm gonna end off this dour stream. I'm sure you guys have stuff to do. I've got some stuff to do. So the worst timeline. Let's be clear that we're all gonna get through this. This is rip UFC, WWE, etc. I mean, technically, those aren't for kids, so they should be fine. I'm gonna end this off here. Thank you guys for watching. We're gonna get through this. Like, we've gotten through demonetization, we've gotten through. Yeah, I'm not quitting YouTube. This isn't the end for this channel. There are some people who are legitimately want to abandon their channel because of this. And I say no. I say no because you guys are what keep this channel going and what keep me going. What keep me coming back. So, love you, J-Dog. Love you, man. Yeah, that's gonna do it for me. If you liked what you see, subscribe, hit the bell, spread the word around. Those links I put in the chat, please share them. Twitter, Facebook, directly with your friends. Let them know that this is happening and that implications can hit them too. Even people that aren't uploading content, it can hit them too. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. As always, bye, peace, my friends. Stay awesome. Have a great day. See you all next time. Goodbye.